John, you mentioned last week you give feedback to the players after you found out who they voted for as captains. What was that feedback that you gave them after figuring out who they voted for?
Yeah, it's a great honor I mean, when you play on a team and your peers recognize you as wanting you to be the leaders, I mean, it's one of the greatest honors you can have, but being a part of a team and, and then I remind them of all the great leaders we've had here, and they've got to, keep carrying that on. It's a tremendous honor and it's a big responsibility. But I congratulated them on, like I said, when your team selects you for that. And I saw football made a really big deal about it, and I saw, Garrett Nelson said he brought tears to his eyes. I mean, that's how it should feel, because it's one of the greatest honors you can get.
They have them cry after they found out they're captains.
I don't know. I didn't actually physically tell them. We put these deals on their locker. So they have a thing on their locker that says captain with their number on it, and they came in and saw it.
When was that?
We had them in there Monday.
Did somebody in Nicklin's family ask to play Pepperdine this year, or how did that come up?
Good question. I don't remember. Pepperdine they wanted to come here during COVID and then ended up bailing, so I think this is a return, but the idea was to get the Hames sisters together. So they were scheduled to come during COVID, and then it got nixed, so that's how, they're finally coming here, I guess, so.
What's the scouting report for this weekend, all those teams?
Well, we played 3 teams, so you cannot get very much scouting report. We just have basic things we're going to work on, but mainly focus on our side of the net.
And what do you want to see on your side of the net this weekend?
Good volleyball, low air, serve and pass, take everything.
How's Allie done getting back into practice after missing a couple days?
Great. She's had 2 really good days. So tomorrow we won't do a whole lot, so she'll have another day to kind of recover. But I don't know how sore it gets after practice, but she did really well.
You talked last year how you kind of regret a little bit of the way you handled the outsides and kind of the rotation. It sounds like it's super tight again. Kind of, how do you handle that, like figuring out who's playing as you go into this season?
I don't think I ever regretted that. I wrote a chapter in my book about regrets. That wouldn't be in there. I just think it was hard and challenging, you try to give everybody an opportunity. So, so we'll kind of do that and see who steps up. That's what good competition does. So same in the middle blocker spot.
Had you met Caitlin Ford before this winter when you started recruiting? Or you talked to her?
No.
What's it like? You got this person who's a really good player, but then you get to meet her, and there's a lot of things you like about her as a person. What's that like?
Well, she's just an older recruit. We went through the recruiting process. She did visits. She did a 48-hour visit here. Both her mom and dad came in for that. It was great. We had a great time. And it's just kind of like, we really hit it off. I didn't know she was going to come in on the visit, but we were having a pretty good feel that she was really liking it. And I could just tell how happy she was, and her parents were really impressed. And I think what finally sealed the deal, and I told the entrepreneurial school on East Campus, and I can't remember the building they're in. It's awesome, but we spent a lot of time out there, and I think those guys made the difference, to be honest with you.
Why do you think you guys hit it off?
I don't know. Why do we hit it off? It's just one of those things. I think recruits feel very safe here. I think they're very comfortable. It's Nebraska. Our campus is a little bit smaller, and we're the second smallest school in the Big Ten, but and I think the 5th or 6th largest city. But I just think they feel comfortable here, and she could just picture it. And our players are great to be around, and I know they had a big part in that as well.
John, how do you manage the load of 3 games in 2 days with your team?
We're going to play a lot of people, so that's how we're going to manage it. And hopefully we've trained and they're in good enough shape that they can handle that. It's like a 2-a-day, but there's more to it, because you got to warm up, you play the match, you cool down, then you play another match, and they go 4 or 5 games. It's a long day. So we don't really like playing 2 matches in one day. We're trying to get away from it, and that's why the rest of our schedule we don't have any. But a lot of these teams want to play 3 matches, so the only way we can get them to come here is agree to do that, because somebody's going to play back-to-back tomorrow, literally. And that's what happened last year. I mean, they got like an hour break and they're playing again. I think it was UNO. So somebody always gets kind of the tough draw of that. And then the 2 of the teams are trying to get out of here Saturday, so they're going to play earlier. You know, we like 24-hour recovery or 22-hour recovery between matches. So it's just the way it is. And next year, actually, if you guys follow the NCAA, they passed a rule now. We're going to get 32 days, right, Nate, instead of 28. I think it's so we won't have to play 2 matches anymore. We're going to get a certain amount. We get more days to play a single match. We still play the same amount of matches. We get more days to do it. So it'll take this out.
How does your routine change with playing 2 matches in one day?
It completely changes. There is no routine. It's get up and play volleyball, you know. But the freshmen are used to it because they play club volleyball, so that's what you do. You get up at 8 and you play all afternoon, then you got playoff matches at night. So they're used to it. Our older players, they're gonna feel it probably.
Final questions for Coach?
What do you hope to learn from your team this weekend?
It's about winning. You know, it's why we got to win. So I want to see how they compete and win, and if we get close games, we step it up. That's what I'm looking for. And we do the things we've been doing really well in practice, which is the things we want to be good at, which is serve really tough, pass really well, be really disciplined, and make it really hard on teams to kill balls.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, guys.